In a world that never stops demanding more success, more approval, more noise, have you ever stopped to ask, what if the key to a better life isn't about adding, but letting go? What if true inner peace lies not in doing more, but in quietly eliminating what no longer serves you? In this video, we'll uncover 10 things you should quietly eliminate from your life, inspired by the wisdom of Stoicism, to help you create space for clarity, peace, and purpose. These aren't surface-level tips. They're life-changing principles that will empower you to shed fear, let go of control, and truly align with what matters. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to live with more freedom, less stress, and deeper self-respect. If you're ready to simplify your life and focus on what truly matters, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little clarity in their life. Don't forget to leave a comment about which of these changes resonates most with you. And be sure to watch to the end. You're about to take the first step toward a quieter, more intentional life. Letting go of the fear of others' opinions. One of the core principles in the journey towards inner peace is letting go of the fear of others' opinions. This fear often grips us, subtly steering our decisions and clouding our sense of self. We become entrapped in a cycle of seeking approval instead of finding personal fulfillment. The truth is, most people are preoccupied with their own lives, concerns, and challenges. They spend far less time analyzing our choices than we assume. Understanding this can help us realize that their opinions have little impact on our journey. Consider a common scenario. You're at a gathering where everyone seems to be living their best lives, sharing achievements, and offering unsolicited advice. It's easy to feel inadequate or pressured to alter your actions or beliefs to fit in. But here's where Stoic philosophy steps in. It teaches us that real freedom lies in focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes, rather than external opinions. When faced with such situations, pause and ask yourself if you're acting out of fear of judgment or if you're being true to your values. One effective strategy to overcome this fear is by gradually stepping out of your comfort zone. For example, if you're hesitant to express a dissenting opinion at work, try starting with small, low-stakes situations. This practice helps desensitize you to potential judgment, reinforcing that the world doesn't collapse when you stand by your beliefs. Additionally, surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your authenticity. These individuals can offer reassurance and a reminder of your intrinsic worth beyond external validation. In a broader sense, letting go of others' opinions can transform our daily lives. It allows us to pursue careers aligned with our passions rather than societal expectations, nurture relationships based on genuine connection instead of superficial approval, and cultivate hobbies that truly bring us joy. This principle resonates strongly in scenarios where societal pressures, such as maintaining a certain lifestyle or appearance, weigh heavily. By embracing Stoicism, we gain both emotional resilience and logical clarity, shifting our focus to what truly matters: self-fulfillment and peace. This shift not only enhances personal growth, but also fosters a deeper sense of community with those who appreciate our true selves. Cutting out toxic relationships. Cutting out toxic relationships is a crucial principle for achieving inner peace and personal growth. Often, we find ourselves entangled in relationships that gradually drain our energy and undermine our confidence. These relationships can manifest as persistent criticism, simmering tension, or an emotional imbalance that leaves us feeling more depleted than fulfilled after every interaction. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward reclaiming your personal power and peace of mind. In many social settings, whether they be within the family, workplace, or social circles, we might feel an obligation to maintain connections that no longer serve us positively. Consider the colleague who constantly criticizes your work, or the friend who belittles your achievements. While these relationships might seem minor in isolation, over time, they can sap your spirit and skew your self-worth. It's important to realize that distancing yourself from negativity is not only permissible, but necessary for your well-being. Healthy relationships should act as pillars of support, offering encouragement and positivity. Applying Stoic wisdom can be immensely valuable in these situations. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, which includes our boundaries and the company we keep. When you start questioning how you feel after interacting with someone, you engage in a powerful self-assessment. Does your spirit lift, or do you feel exhausted and anxious? Such reflections can guide you in spending less time with those who consistently bring you down and help you set firm boundaries to safeguard your emotional health. The broader application of this principle can significantly impact your daily life. By consciously choosing to foster relationships with those who inspire and support you, you allow space for growth and joy. This might involve seeking out communities that share your passions or nurturing friendships that encourage mutual respect and understanding. By cutting ties with toxic influences, you're not only protecting your mental health, but also paving the way for a more fulfilled and harmonious life. Emotionally, this transition might be challenging, but logically, it aligns with the Stoic pursuit of tranquility and virtue. By decluttering your social sphere, you create room for positive relationships that can enhance your quality of life, fortifying your journey toward being the most authentic and content version of yourself. Breaking destructive habits. Breaking destructive habits is a fundamental principle for anyone seeking personal growth and the achievement of meaningful goals. These habits, often ingrained in our daily lives, tend to operate under the radar, subtly sabotaging our aspirations. It's easy to get caught in cycles that do more harm than good because many of these actions become second nature, leaving us unaware of their negative impact. Becoming conscious of these habits is the essential first step towards change. Consider the morning routine of reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up. This habit might seem harmless, yet it can lead to wasting crucial time that could be spent on more enriching morning practices, like exercise or meditation. Instead of attempting a massive overhaul of your daily routine, Stoic philosophy advises making small, consistent changes. This approach not only feels more manageable, but also leads to sustainable transformation over time. Stoicism teaches us to maintain focus on the present and take ownership of our decisions. By applying this wisdom, we can begin by pinpointing one destructive habit and carefully replace it with a more positive alternative. For instance, you could decide to swap the morning phone check with a 10-minute stretching routine. This incremental change sets a positive tone for your day, promoting a clear mind and healthier body. Moreover, when setbacks occur, as they inevitably will, Stoicism encourages us to view these not as failures, but as valuable learning opportunities, offering insights into triggers and areas for further improvement. On a broader scale, breaking free from harmful habits can lead to profound improvements in quality of life and productivity. Whether navigating professional responsibilities or personal relationships, eliminating these habits opens up avenues for achievement and enhances your sense of control over your life. It encourages a shift in mindset from a passive recipient of fate to an active participant in shaping your destiny. Emotionally, this process requires resilience, but logically, it aligns with the Stoic emphasis on progress and discipline. The path to self-improvement is ongoing, but each small victory over destructive habits builds not only better habits, but also stronger character, ultimately paving the way for a more intentional and fulfilling life. Releasing the need for control. Releasing the need for control is a core principle in achieving a more serene and balanced life. In our modern society, where there is often an underlying expectation to manage every detail, the desire for control can become overwhelming. This constant striving to dictate every outcome can lead to significant stress and anxiety, as it's simply impossible to manage all facets of life. The relentless pursuit of control diverts our energy from truly meaningful endeavors, such as cultivating inner peace and focusing on personal growth. Imagine being stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. The immediate response might be to stress and feel frustrated, fearing the judgment of colleagues upon your late arrival. However, many factors like traffic lights or weather conditions are beyond our control. Here, Stoic philosophy offers a pathway to peace by encouraging us to accept the uncertainties that life throws our way and focus on what we can change: our reactions. Instead of succumbing to anxiety, you might use that time to mentally rehearse your presentation or take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Through Stoicism, we learn that true peace is achieved not by controlling every situation, but by managing our responses to the unexpected. Practicing mindfulness becomes a critical tool in this journey. By staying present and mindful, we reduce the impulse to control what's outside our reach and instead ground ourselves in the current moment, which is something we actually can influence. Mindfulness helps us recognize that while we can't control external events, we have absolute authority over our actions and thoughts. Applying this principle broadly can drastically improve one's quality of life. It allows us to focus on nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and maintaining health, rather than wasting energy on the uncontrollable. The benefits extend beyond personal well-being. They enhance our interactions with others as well. Relinquishing control can foster deeper understanding and empathy, as we're more open to different perspectives and experience. Emotionally, letting go of control requires courage and trust in the process of life. Yet logically, it offers a liberating shift towards happiness and less stress. Adopting this mindset helps cultivate resilience and adaptability, leading to a more fulfilling life, rich in experiences rather than frustrations over what didn't go as planned. Through this release, we find a calm acceptance of life as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. Letting go of unrealistic expectations. Letting go of unrealistic expectations is essential for reducing stress and achieving a more contented and balanced life. In a culture that often equates success with perfection, many people find themselves trapped by impossibly high standards for themselves and those around them. This mindset can lead to significant stress and disappointment when outcomes inevitably fall short. By shifting our focus from perfection to progress, we can pave the way toward healthier and more attainable goals. Picture someone striving to manage a perfect household, excel at work, and maintain an active social life all at once. This juggling act is a common scenario that often results in burnout and dissatisfaction. Stoic philosophy provides guidance here by encouraging us to set realistic and flexible goals, allowing room for life's unpredictability. By scaling back expectations, we open ourselves to the potential of progress rather than perfection. Stoicism also teaches that failure is not a definitive setback, but a valuable learning opportunity. By reframing failure as a step in the learning process rather than the end of one, we become more resilient and adaptable. For example, if a project at work doesn't meet its targets, instead of viewing it as a failure, one might analyze what didn't work and apply those lessons to future endeavors. This approach not only alleviates stress, but also encourages continuous personal and professional growth. On a broader scale, relinquishing unrealistic expectations impacts our everyday lives and interactions. It enables us to build more authentic relationships where we appreciate individuals for who they are, not who we hope they'll be. This can enhance personal connections, fostering an environment of mutual respect and understanding rather than tension and unmet expectations. Letting go of unrealistic expectations also leaves room for gratitude, particularly for the small wins that often go unnoticed. Celebrating these achievements, no matter how minor they appear, reinforces a positive mindset and reinforces a path of steady improvement. Emotionally, this shift requires us to embrace vulnerability and acceptance, but logically, it places us on a sustainable path to fulfillment. By placing emphasis on progress, adaptability, and gratitude, we align our lives with reality, creating a landscape where stress is minimized and personal satisfaction and peace are maximized. This realignment allows us to live more fully in the present, appreciating each moment for what it truly offers. Releasing the need to always be right. The principle of releasing the need to always be right is essential for nurturing healthy and enduring relationships. In our everyday interactions, the compulsion to win arguments can often overshadow the value of maintaining harmony and understanding with those around us. This insistence on being right can create friction and distance between people, ultimately weakening the bonds that hold friendships, family, and even workplace connections together. Recognizing this tendency is the first step towards cultivating more meaningful and respectful relationships. Imagine a family dinner where a discussion about current affairs turns heated, with each person steadfast in their viewpoint. This familiar scenario can escalate quickly, turning a pleasant gathering into a battleground for opinions. Instead of insisting on having your perspective accepted as the correct one, Stoic wisdom suggests prioritizing peace over the need to dominate the conversation. True wisdom lies in a willingness to listen and learn from others, embracing the idea that everyone's opinions offer valuable insights. An essential element of resolving conflicts through Stoicism involves asking yourself, in moments of disagreement, whether your goal is to be right or to understand. This simple shift in mindset can transform the way you approach discussions, opening up a space for empathy and mutual respect. By listening actively and attentively, you demonstrate your readiness to appreciate diverse perspectives, which often leads to a more insightful and productive exchange. Broadening this principle to everyday life can significantly impact personal well-being and the quality of interactions. In professional environments, for instance, choosing to prioritize collaboration over competition can create a more supportive and innovative workplace culture. By focusing on collective goals and valuing each team member's input, organizations can foster an atmosphere of mutual respect and shared growth. Emotionally, letting go of the need to always be right requires humility and courage. But logically, it strengthens relationships and promotes personal peace. By easing the compulsion to dominate conversations, we not only enhance our interpersonal connections, but also create an environment where collaboration and understanding flourish. This approach reflects a commitment to living harmoniously with others, paving the way for deeper connections and a more compassionate way of navigating the world. Reducing digital noise. Reducing digital noise is a fundamental principle for enhancing mental clarity and overall well-being. In an age where we are constantly bombarded by notifications, emails, and social media updates, digital distractions have become an ever-present part of everyday life. This ceaseless digital activity can lead to heightened stress levels and diminished focus, making it difficult to concentrate on tasks and connect with the people around us. Recognizing the pervasive influence of digital noise is the first step toward reclaiming peace and balance. Consider a typical workday, which begins with checking your phone to sift through notifications and emails. Almost immediately, time gets swallowed by the vortex of social media feeds and digital alerts vying for attention, leaving you frazzled before even starting your day's agenda. This common scenario can easily snowball into a constant state of distraction and anxiety. However, by controlling digital habits, we can regain clarity and focus. The principles of Stoicism remind us to focus on what we can control, which applies wonderfully to our digital lives. One practical approach to reducing digital noise is to establish screen-free times daily. Whether it's the first hour of the morning or during dinner with family, these moments serve as a sanctuary from the constant buzz of digital life. Additionally, taking proactive steps to limit notifications and organize apps can drastically cut down on online clutter, creating a more peaceful digital environment. Applying these practices more broadly can lead to a significant shift in mental well-being and productivity. By intentionally stepping back from the digital world, we allow ourselves more time to engage in meaningful activities and relationships. These changes may include pursuing hobbies, reading, or simply enjoying uninterrupted conversations. Reducing digital noise also fosters a healthier balance between online interactions and real-life connections, nurturing deeper relationships in both personal and professional contexts. Emotionally, this shift might require discipline and a break from habitual patterns, but logically, it offers a more focused and serene life. By prioritizing time away from screens, we carve out moments to reflect, grow, and genuinely connect with our surroundings. Embracing this principle not only enhances individual well-being, but also strengthens our ability to engage with the world more thoughtfully and mindfully. Through these efforts, life becomes less about reacting to the digital world and more about experiencing the richness of the present moment. Transforming negative thoughts. Transforming negative thoughts is a pivotal principle for achieving mental well-being and resilience. In a world where stress and self-doubt often loom large, negative thinking can become a silent drain on our energy, affecting not only how we view ourselves, but also how we navigate daily challenges. The power of our mindset significantly shapes our experiences and outcomes in life. Therefore, fostering the ability to shift from negative to positive thinking is essential for maintaining a healthy emotional balance and unlocking personal growth. Imagine receiving constructive criticism at work intended to improve performance. It's easy to spiral into self-defeating thoughts, interpreting the feedback as a sign of inadequacy. This is a familiar scenario where negative thinking can lead to unnecessary stress and decreased motivation. However, embracing the principles of Stoicism can offer a practical resolution. Stoicism teaches us to examine our thoughts and question whether they are rooted in fact or fear. By reframing self-critical thoughts into constructive perspectives, we begin to foster a more positive outlook. For instance, when faced with criticism, instead of thinking, "I'll never be good enough," reframe this to, "I have an opportunity to learn and grow." This simple shift in perception can change the impact of criticism from a source of stress to a catalyst for development. By consistently practicing this mindset alteration, negative self-talk gradually transforms into empowering and constructive inner dialogue. Applying this principle across various aspects of life can enhance both personal and professional experiences. A positive mindset enables us to approach challenges with optimism and resilience, whether asking for feedback at work, navigating personal relationships, or confronting daily setbacks. Furthermore, it encourages a proactive attitude towards self-improvement, fostering a cycle of continuous learning and confidence building. Emotionally, the shift from negativity to positivity requires commitment and introspection. But logically, it aligns with creating a more tenacious and empowered self. By focusing on the constructive transformation of our thoughts, we cultivate an environment that promotes inner peace and personal growth. This approach helps to build a fortified mindset that is less susceptible to the draining effects of negative thinking, leading to a life rich with possibility, optimism, and satisfaction. Decluttering physical and mental space. Decluttering physical and mental space is a vital principle in the pursuit of a balanced and stress-free life. In a world that constantly encourages us to amass more, whether that's possessions, tasks, or information, it's all too easy to feel overwhelmed and distracted. Physical clutter in our environments often mirrors the mental clutter in our minds, each feeding the other in a cycle that can detract from our focus and well-being. Recognizing the impact of clutter is essential for reclaiming both peace and productivity. Take, for example, the all-too-common scenario of a cluttered home office. Piles of papers, miscellaneous gadgets, and half-empty mugs crowd the desk, each one a subtle but persistent demand on your attention. This environment can make it difficult to concentrate on work, leading to decreased efficiency and increased stress. Here, the principles of Stoicism can guide us toward resolution by emphasizing the benefits of simplicity and order. By clearing away the physical clutter, you create a space that is conducive to focus and tranquility. A practical approach is to begin by tidying just one area, say the desk. This small step, while seemingly minor, can have a significant impact on your mental clarity and sense of control. As the physical clutter recedes, you may find that mental clutter follows suit. Additionally, integrating practices like journaling can further aid in clearing mental space. By putting thoughts on paper, you externalize worries and ideas, thereby organizing your mental landscape and reducing internal chaos. On a broader scale, decluttering encourages mindfulness, enabling us to simplify tasks and become more present in each moment. This shift not only improves productivity, but also enhances overall well-being by minimizing stressors. Such practices can be applied to various aspects of life, whether it's organizing your daily schedule, prioritizing tasks at work, or simplifying home routines. Emotionally, decluttering requires dedication and a willingness to part with what's unnecessary. Yet logically, it appeals to our desire for order and peace. By adopting this principle, we cultivate an environment, both physical and mental, that nurtures clarity and intention. As a result, we lead more focused and fulfilling lives, with the space to grow, think, and breathe freely. This transformation not only brings calm, but also empowers us to engage more deeply and authentically with our surroundings and ourselves. Escaping the comparison trap. Escaping the comparison trap is a fundamental principle for achieving genuine happiness and self-satisfaction. In our society, it's easy to fall into the habit of comparing ourselves to others, whether it's through social media, at work, or within social circles. This tendency often leads to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction, as we measure our self-worth against external standards rather than our own values. Understanding the detrimental effects of comparison is crucial for fostering a fulfilling life that's true to oneself. A common scenario might unfold during a scroll through a friend's vacation photos online, which can spark a cycle of self-doubt about your own life choices or achievements. This is a familiar struggle where comparison can overshadow personal accomplishments and breed discontent. However, by embracing Stoic philosophy, one can redirect focus away from others and towards oneself. True fulfillment arises from following personal values and interests rather than chasing the fleeting validation that comes from competing with others. Practically, this involves adopting gratitude as a powerful tool. By regularly reflecting on what you have, your achievements, relationships, and unique qualities, you shift from a mindset of comparison to one of appreciation. Instead of envying a friend's success, gratitude helps you see the steps you've taken and the growth you've achieved in your own journey. This principle extends beyond personal reflection and can significantly influence how you engage with the world. In professional settings, for example, focusing on your individual contributions rather than colleagues' achievements fosters a healthier, more collaborative environment. In personal life, valuing your unique path strengthens self-esteem and nurtures more authentic relationships. Emotionally, breaking free from the comparison trap requires patience and consistent effort to redirect thought patterns. Yet logically, it aligns with the pursuit of personal growth and happiness that is not contingent on external validation. By anchoring your sense of self-worth in your own values and accomplishments, you create a stable foundation for joy and contentment. This approach not only liberates you from the constraints of societal pressures, but also allows you to celebrate your individuality, leading to a life enriched by personal achievements and a deeper appreciation of your own unique journey. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Stoicism and the 10 things to quietly eliminate from your life for greater peace and growth. By letting go of what holds you back, you open the door to a more fulfilling life. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and share with friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. And remember, you can watch the full video for more insights. See you next time.